But I lifted up a pillow and I saw a dirty pad, dark red, and I started to cry in disgust. And she just said to me, "You're on your period, right? Why are you disgusted?" Sorry, I just saw a pad under your pillow.
Brother, what's that, brother?
Now, getting your first period is already a lot, but some of y'all, you got thrown as like straight Carrie edition. So go grab your heating pad, grab your snacks, grab your tea, and let's relive this trauma together. So when I was 12, I came back home from school and saw some brown patches on my underwear. At first, I didn't think much of it. I just thought that I accidentally shat myself at school. Facts. This happened for a couple of days until one day I realized it wasn't going anytime soon. So I was convinced something was wrong with me, and I went and showed my mom my underwear, and she sniffed it and said, "Congratulations, you got your period." Already canon event, bestie. I will never forget seeing that like brown stuff in my underwear and being like, okay, so either I'm pooping from the front or I'm dying. I wonder which one it is, but I'm gonna pretend it did not happen. And then it kept happening. And then it actually turned to blood, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm actually dying. And then my mom was like, nah, it's a period. My mom didn't sniff my underwear though. Mom, you know, I guess she was sniffing it to make sure it wasn't doo-doo, but then I'm like, did you really want to stick your nose all up in doo-doo undies to double check that it wasn't doo-doo, Mom? Maybe Mom's a real one, actually. I sat on my toilet on a random Thursday and it showed up very light. I was never told that I had to stop wearing pads when you're not on your period until my mom asked where all of them went. Sis, you were wearing pads every day. Do you know how expensive that would be? Oh my, bless your heart. Sucks, but you'll be okay. Mainly sucks for mom that was buying all those pads and like, damn, I just bought a 24 pack. How did this already go in 24 days? You only wear a pad when you're bleeding. That's it. If not, every person with a uterus would be very, very broke. All our money would go into pads. When I got my first period, I was playing a very intense game of netball. Then I felt something drip down my leg. I thought it was sweat, so I kept playing. Then I saw a tiny puddle of blood right under my foot. The girls on the other team started making fun of me after that. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, did we say the girls started making fun of me for getting my period?
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
There is one thing I hate. It's a girl who has a uterus making fun of other girls with uteruses for getting their period. I'm sorry, do you not get a period too? Why are you making fun of someone for a natural bodily function that you also experience? If anything, you should understand and help a sister out, not laugh at her, because karma's a bitch. And I can't wait until the next netball tournament when you start bleeding all over the floor, which is actually, that's crazy. I have a puddle of blood under me. Wow.
I'm traumatized for life and I need to be compensated. Period.
I was about 12 and I had never gotten my period, and I was doing competitive swimming and I had just finished a lap and heard people screaming that there was a shark because there was a tiny bit of blood in the water. I didn't even think it was me, so I rushed out of the pool like everyone else, and then blood was all over my light blue swimsuit. You have got to be joking. Who put a shark in the pool? Who transferred an entire shark from the great blue sea into a freaking swimming pool? Really, bro? Who is the dumbass that screamed, "There's a shark"? Either you need glasses or you need glasses.
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind, I can see, barely.
Use my code SHARON10 to get yourself 10% off a period swimsuit at KT by Next. Bam. I got you, sis. That's wild. I was at a formal dance with my bestie and my crush asked me to dance. I obviously said yes, and then we were dancing and he asked me what was on my dress. I looked down and saw blood on my white dress.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I started freaking out and then lied and said I spilled fruit punch on my dress. Anyways, he avoided me after that, so I guess he didn't believe my lie. Even though this would cause me to stay in my room, yes, because what do you mean? My crush asked me to dance and then my crush avoided me. Ever since that moment, I would not leave my bed for a while, for sure. What if it really was fruit punch though? And he's avoiding you for spilling juice on yourself? Trash. Trash. You didn't want to dance with him anyways. Really? I mean, it wasn't juice, but that's besides the point. It's the principle.
Well, just as I thought.
Trash.
This interruption is brought to you by Aunt Flo, because she never misses a month. I designed this period journal to help you track your cycle, symptoms, and cravings for 4 years so you're never caught off guard again. No more guessing games, just a little self-care for your uterus. Get yours today on Amazon and finally stay one step ahead of Mother Nature. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. So my first period horror story was when I was 11 and I was in the toilets. I had taken out my pad and changed from bleeding. A male police officer had walked in there, taken my dirty wrapped up pad, and he said, "You can't do drugs." Like, WTF. He proceeded to walk me over to the police station. Then they interviewed me and I had to tell them that I was on my period. Thankfully, a female police officer had heard about my situation and had to explain to the males what a period was. Later, I was released and the female police officer is now my mom's best friend. There is no way any of this is actually coming out of my mouth. Denial is a river. This is so absolutely insane that I would have to like convince myself it never actually happened. I'm sorry, what do you mean? Grown adults that are police officers weren't able to recognize a period pad?
Huh?
Homie, you think this blood on this pad is like hard drugs?
Huh?
Are you okay up here? Who put them in positions of power when they don't even know what period pads are? Oh, that's crazy. I will report the entire station. You try to arrest me for a natural bodily function. How stupid are you? Wow! The man barged into the toilet. Sir, are you trying to get a peep? Because now you also a creep?
Unnecessary, gross, disgusting. I'm horrified.
Girl, go find yourself a lawyer.
Guilty.
I did not know anything about periods, but then I subbed to Just Sharon. Hey bestie, thanks for being here. If you're watching this and you're also not subbed, you should subscribe. Thanks. Love ya. More tea where this came from. Okay, so when I was in 6th grade, I was friends with a girl and we had a sleepover. I went into her room and it was messy, but I lifted up a pillow and I saw a dirty pad, dark red, and I started to cry in disgust. And she just said to me, "You're on your period, right? Why are you disgusted?" Sorry, I just saw a pad under your pillow. For real, what do you mean? Are you trying to period shame me? Babes, I'm not disgusted by periods. Do not get it twisted. I empathize with you for also being a bleeder, struggling through blood coming out of your coochie. I'm not keeping dirty pads under my pillow.
That is disgusting. Ew.
I'm gonna put this in straight up, stay in your room. This is the last time I would ever have a sleepover with this person. The last time I would probably ever have a sleepover, period, because I would be too disgusted by this to ever want to sleep in anyone else's room ever again. Dirty pads under your pillow. Is there a period fairy? Are you leaving a sacrifice for them? It's not like the tooth fairy, babes. You simply put your dirty bloody pads in the trash. That's where the period fairy goes to collect them, not under your pillow. Ugh. The smell that pillow must have. I cannot believe she tried to shame you for not keeping bloody pads under your pillow.
You're nasty.
I was at a trampoline place and was jumping around and I was wearing these unicorn shorts and I started bleeding and it looked like someone stabbed my coochie because blood went everywhere. You're joking. All I picture is being at a trampoline park and you know, you're jumping, having the time of your life, and then all of a sudden it's like a water gun but blood version starts shooting out of your coochie. Yeah, last time I would go to a trampoline park, actually. Can you imagine? If you ever try to go back to that trampoline park and they see you walk in and they're just like, ma'am, and they point to a poster and it's like banned. I'm so sorry. You know, some of these stories are so ridiculous and embarrassing and traumatizing that you just have to laugh about them. I promise. When I was 12, I was wearing this shark onesie. That's fitting. And mind you, it was so big, I had to hold it up. At the time, I wasn't wearing underwear under it. Of course, my mom didn't know this, so she grabs my shark onesie and pulls it all the way down, revealing everything. And my dad was there. My mom seeing my, really, bro? Frankly tries to pull it up and she sees my blood on my shark onesie and my mom faints from everything. So as soon as she saw the blood, she fainted. What? Where do I start? Mom, why are you trying to pants me in front of everyone? That's such a hater move. Why are you literally pantsing me? Okay, weird, which actually you deserve to faint for pantsing me. That was instant karma. But second of all, Mom, how are you gonna faint after seeing period? But you tell me you never had a period. Do you faint every time you're on your period and you look down and you're like, just faint? Mom, I was simply staying in my room. I just got pantsed. I'm not going out there and, you know, having to face the people that pants me. I'm gonna take a time out. That's crazy.
I
Do it again.
I was 12 years old and was aware of what a period was, but my school had said during the puberty talk that it happens at 18. Yup, they said it happens at 18, so I wasn't prepared. Anyways, at recess I had blood on my dress, but my stupid ass decided to take a pair of safety scissors and cut my legs so it would look like I hurt myself and blood on my dress. Babes, denial is a river and you are drowning in it. Also, an entire facility where you are educated and given knowledge is straight up telling kids you get your period at 18. Who told you that, teachers? Everybody is different and everybody goes through it differently. It's not like you magically wake up on a birthday, like your 18th birthday, and you just start to bleed. Your vagina doesn't know when your 18th birthday is, okay? That's crazy. That is a red flag. You telling me this is a school? Are they still in business? Someone needs to school this school. Wow, okay. One day I was just chilling on my friend's sofa. I was like 10 and I got my first period. Her mom saw it and started yelling at me. Then she calmed down and gave me some hot tea after I finished changing. The whole time my friend was in the bathroom taking a shit. Sucks, but you'll be okay. You know, that's when you know you like reach best friend level with someone, is when you can just chill at their house while they go take a dookie. Take your time, sis. I'll just have your mom casually yell at me for a natural bodily function that I quite frankly cannot control. My first time bleeding out of my hoo-ha, I could be dying, I'm possibly freaking out and having an identity crisis. Thank you for yelling at me in my desperate time of need. That is really much appreciated. It's not like you've never experienced periods before, right?
Just as I thought.
And all of this happens when your best friends leave you to take a shit. I was in an economics exam, 4 hours long. I had just noticed a tiny bit of blood before I went in, but I thought nothing of it. At the end of the exam, my pen fell on the floor, so I went to pick it up. Best believe blood started gushing everywhere in a hall full of people and went all over the floor. So embarrassing, I ran out. BTW, love you too. What do you mean? Blood just started gushing out of your coochie? Like a gusher? Like those popping bobas? We got another water gun in the cooch over here. That's crazy. Yeah, no, that'd be the last time you'd see me in that school, the last time you'd see me taking a test, the last time you'd see me, period. No pun intended. Stay in my room. And you want to know why? I can't bleed into a hall full of people if I'm homeschooled. Only mom and dad are gonna see this blood gushing out of me from now on. This is one of those moments that would make me question, why, universe?
Why? Why? Why?
One day in class, I noticed that there was something red in my pants. I realized I probably got my period and went to the bathroom, but I was in such a rush, I actually accidentally entered another classroom. So I was in front of this random class and the teacher was in the middle of teaching with my pants all red. What's worse was that my crush was in the class. It just got progressively worse. I'm gonna put this out. It's a canon event, mainly because like you're telling me there hasn't been a moment when you accidentally like walked into the wrong room. Yeah, canon event. The whole I'm covered in blood and my crush is in that I don't know about, but I do still believe the possibilities are high of it happening to multiple people. So yeah, canon event, bestie. It happens to the best of us, especially having an embarrassing period story happen in front of a crush. That's like 85% of my submissions. Bleeding through wasn't enough. Now the person I liked had to see it too. But if he was a real one, he would not be fazed by it. So remember that. And if your crush is disgusted by a natural bodily function, then you should crush that crush, okay? The shout out of the day goes to KT. You're one of the lucky ones. Trust me, you don't want it, okay? There's nothing really fun about having a period. Enjoy it while it lasts. If you enjoyed this video and you are not subscribed yet, you should totally subscribe. There's a lot more tea on my channel. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you stay safe out there. I hope you're not, bleeding everywhere. But then again, I wouldn't have these stories if you weren't. So keep bleeding. Love ya. Bye.